Good evening and welcome to my sexy Sunday chill out. No, Charlene's sexy Sunday chill out. Can't forget my name. Okay, so today's question is from a lady who wants to know whether a guy is really into her. She said that he doesn't really text back very often, but he is super busy with work. And the first date that they went on was really, really good, but he doesn't really text back that often, so she's just not sure. She's getting mixed signals. I have a lot to say about this topic, and so I had to make a few notes because I was like, if I don't make notes, then I will probably go on for a day or two talking about this topic. And the first thing I want to say is this: there are a lot of men making a lot of money as motivational speakers. They're writing books, they're doing podcasts, they're hosting huge workshops, and I'm a fan of many of them. However, they are actually saying what a lot of you, us as women, know. So oftentimes we have experienced dates where we have been treated like queens, like the queens that we are, and the guy, there's been no issues in terms of contacting us back. In fact, you can hear the excitement in the guy's voice when they're calling you, when they're texting you at work, or you wake up to a morning of, hey babe, how's your, hope your morning's going well. And you don't have that sense of anxiety of, is he going to call me? Is he going to call me? Because you know that he makes regular contact. So, it doesn't always have to be every day unless it's something that you want, but you just know that he's in regular contact with you, and he's maybe organising a date, or if you organise a date, he's super keen. He's maybe sending you links of, I don't know, a bar that you could go to beforehand or something, so you can feel that investment. I think as women we make a lot of excuses when we go on dates with men and they're not texting back, or they say that they're super busy with work. um, think about it. If you're single, like properly single, I'm talking Bridget Jones' Diary single, right? That kind of version of single, where you are rattling around a house after a long day at work, and you are by yourself, and it's just you. I'm talking about men here now, right? So it's just you, your beer, right, and your Nando's takeaway. Then you meet a beautiful woman who gives you the green light and says that they're interested. You go on a date with her, and she's like, oh, I can't wait to hear from you. Now, are you prioritizing speaking to your sister's cat, or taking your dog for a walk, or what other excuses have I heard over the years? All those other excuses that we've heard of. Or are you thinking, I don't want to be single like this forever, rattling around the house. I'm going to make contact with the woman who I feel is really beautiful and really keen. I really like her and I really want to progress with her. Like, it's not that difficult. I think oftentimes we've experienced men that have been like that. So when you then go on a date with a guy that's not like that, but you really like him, there's a lot of hope in that relationship or the possible relationship. I think sometimes we turn a blind eye to some of these things, and we don't want to come across as too keen or too demanding. But if you don't set boundaries at the very beginning, and if you're not super clear about what it is that you want and what you need from an interaction like that, in a way you kind of can't expect, sort of years down the line, when you become boyfriend and girlfriend, or when you become husband and wife, to sort of change the goalposts and say, actually, now I want you to take a bit more initiative and book dates. I want you to message me back, within, I don't know, at least 24 hours when I contact you. It's kind of difficult to move the goalpost, because if you've allowed it at the beginning, then it's like, yeah, it can be just a bit tricky, can't it? Like, in terms of the guy then recognise, no, she wants me to do it in a different way now. Like, why would they? Like, they've been doing it for so long in this way, and they still get the beauty of being with you. So it might be a bit more tricky then to change that boundary. I call what some guys give women when they date them, I call it minimal possible effort, MPE. And what I mean by that is the spinning plates, So it's like they give you enough just so you're kind of still there. They're probably spinning other plates too, right? Um, so you're just there in the hope that maybe, and you're holding on to the fact that the date happened, or you had a really good conversation on the phone and there was a lot of banter. But if you really sit with yourself, like really sit with yourself, sometimes you know deep down that this person isn't making you feel very special. And I think instead of just staying with that and not doing anything about it, I would say address it with him. Because if he's really serious about you, he will say, "Oh, do you know what? I didn't realise that I was coming across like that," or, "I'm a bit of an amateur when it comes to dating. I'm really sorry," or "Tell me what you'd like me to do more of, and I'll do my best to do that because I really do like you." And then you'll see it in action, because words are cheap, right? But action is what we're looking for right now. Action. So it's really key to be able to have those kind of early conversations with the person that you're interested in, if that's what you want of them. If what you want from them is more engagement or more kind of commitment, and it is okay to say actually you want a little bit more effort put in at the beginning. Like, we all have different versions of what this looks like, but oftentimes as women, we do want to feel very special. We want to feel desired. We want to feel maybe a little bit chased. And if you're not getting that from the date that you are going on, then move on. Like, I'm more than happy for women to contact me and ask me questions about what they think that they should do. But I just feel like actually you kind of know what you need to do. If you have to send a message to me or to other relationship experts because you're really not sure, of course it might be, some of your insecurities, some of your past traumas that you're bringing into the space, and you might need to kind of have a think about, is that clouding how you experience this new person. But I think oftentimes if you really sit with yourself, you know that if someone is into you, they behave like this. And if they're not really into you, or it's not a big deal for them, then they behave like that. And I would say, let's not, and this is not me trying to put any like man or woman out there out of business, but do we need to buy all those books and listen to all those podcasts when, the signs are there? And I just really want women to just listen to them, to their heart, and go with that. What else have I got on my list? So the hey stranger messages, or the hi at midnight, or what are you up to? That happens to come up at 1 a.m. Now, of course, if it's just a casual relationship, then those types of messages are perfectly fine, right? But if you're looking for something more sustainable and you don't find those messages very respectful, then it's important to address that, and to address it verbally, but also in action too. So if someone's messaging you, hey stranger, or hi you, or what you up to, and it's like 2 a.m. and you don't want them to do that, then first of all, message them back at a time that you do feel is appropriate. But also in future, don't respond at that time ever. So they then are super clear that that is not acceptable. And the thing is this, like, no disrespect to women out there, but there are other women that will allow that type of behaviour. And to some extent, you can kind of understand maybe why guys would do it, because if other women are allowing it, then why would they not try that with you? But it's important for you to be able to articulate what it is that you want from a situation like this, and not to feed into their version of what this looks like. If you don't feel comfortable having sexy talk with a guy who's putting MP in the minimal possible effort, then just don't engage in it. Simple as. Okay, let's see what else is on my list. I told you I could talk about this forever, right? So let's see what else is on this list. Okay, I think that's all that I can say on on camera right now. But I just want to say this, ladies, like, we are beautiful beings, and it's not just what people see outwardly I'm talking about, your heart. We are gorgeous people, with good hearts. We're kind, we're caring, or at least most of us are. So we deserve the very best. And treat yourself the way that you want others to treat you, first of all. And secondly, put those boundaries in place. If you're meeting someone and they are not treating you right, and you are not feeling prioritized, or you're not feeling very special, find someone who will treat you like the queen that you are. Lots of love to you.